Fact or fiction? You was ejected from the McDonald's.
Fact.
How? How the you get kicked out of an all-star game?
The McDonald's all over. How you? Please, I didn't even do that.
Fact.
Brothers in the building, Matt Barnes, Stacks, make some noise for them, y'all.
Detroit. What up, dog? Detroit, we in here.
What's happening? What up, though?
Hey, the Pistons are in the playoffs and they winning. Man, life should be good out here right now. First of all, we want to thank our partners, our incredible partners, StockX. It's such an honor to be partnered with you guys, and give yourself a round of applause.
Yo, one time StockX, man. Salute to the family.
You guys have been amazing. The hospitality, the partnership, the collaborations. We look forward to building a long-lasting relationship with StockX. We appreciate you guys. Man, we out here, Detroit. We're supposed to do a show here last year. I fucked that up. I apologize. Well, actually, my kids fucked it up.
Yeah, you didn't fuck it up. You've been a good dad. There's very few good dads out there. So round of applause for Matt for being a good guy.
Blame it on them. But nevertheless, man, we're back. We're really excited again. Shout out to StockX. We got some great guests. We're gonna have some great conversations. Stak, you got a little bit of history with this city right here. You almost got beat. They almost beat the out of you out here.
You know what's crazy? And a lot of people, I'm glad I can say this today. Like, they love me for the shit that I did, because it wasn't had nothing to do with the team or none of that. They love the fact that I'm a rider, and Detroit is full of riders. So. Well, I can come to the city anytime I want to.
And be good?
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Zeke. Shout out everybody out here in the D, man.
You're lucky that it was out in Auburn Hills and not
in
downtown Detroit, because you might have been f***ed up if it was out here.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be here talking right now.
Well, we're really excited to be here. And without further ado, let's get our first guest out here. Homegrown boy. One of the hottest young rappers in this space. Also a big-time gamer. I'm interested to learn a little bit about him in the gaming space too. But welcome to the show, man. T. Grizzly.
Yes, sir. May 16th. Let's start there.
Yes, sir.
Forever My Moment.
Yeah.
Album releasing.
Yeah.
What should fans expect when this album come out and it drop?
So this album, it's all me. You know what I'm saying? There's no features. No filters, none of that.
No features.
None of it, just me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really doing it for the people that's out there grinding and chasing their own moment. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I wrote the first My Moment when I was in prison. And I just wanted to tap back into that space and balancing gaming, like you were saying, and having a family and just having to be who I am, just putting it all into the music.
Becoming the man, I mean, 10 years ago you was in prison. You know, you pop out today, I mean, bigger than anybody. You know, so you've done more than some people that's been free this whole time. What's the process and the train of thought that go through yourself from coming home to be able to build yourself to where you are today? And salute to all that too, because a lot of people can't bounce back. We've seen a lot of people not bounce back, but you mastered it, bro, so salute to that.
I appreciate that, bro. So my thing, appreciate y'all. I create a vision in my head of who I want to be, where I want to be at, all the things that I want to achieve. And I just chase that person, bro. And I become addicted to just making progress and getting closer and closer to becoming that person that I'm visioning. It's impossible for me to have these visions of who I want to be and where I want to be at and just not do nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the more progress I make, the closer I know I'm getting to becoming that, and I just get addicted to that feeling, bro.
During that process, you know, we all go through stuff and we need people to lean on. Who are some people that you can lean on, that you counted on to, you know, to help you get back to where you want to be?
I would say besides like friends and family, I would say my strongest weapon is prayer, bro. You know what I'm saying? When it was just me, I had God, so
Give it up.
you feel me?
Detroit rap scene is the hottest it's ever been.
Yeah.
How do you feel being one of the young pioneers and involved, you know, in this rap scene, you know, when it's damn near at its highest?
Man, I feel great about it. One thing about Detroit music, I've always loved it and appreciated it. I'm happy that the rest of the world is getting to appreciate it the same way we did this whole time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because these people been like celebrities to us, and we've been having their music on repeat. So I'm happy that the world is not catching on and accepting it.
We talk about Detroit hip hop. Define that for people that don't know what Detroit hip hop is.
Detroit hip hop, for me, through my lenses, is authentic music. It's really stories.
Y'all have your own sound.
Yeah.
By far.
So when people go in the studio, they coming from a place of experience. They coming from a place of hunger. And it's gritty here. It's ugly here. You know what I'm saying? The experiences. And for a long time, the world didn't accept it because it was too gritty and too ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's to the point where people like, hold on, where we from ugly too. We really the same people from different places.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that the door was able to be open for us.
Obviously, upbringing in Detroit. Paint the picture for us about your upbringing and how you fell in love with music.
So my upbringing, it's so crazy because it was so fun and I didn't even know. It was so fun that I didn't even realize a lot of stuff was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that it was wrong until I found out, hold on, we can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? So my upbringing, it was rough now that I look at it now. Then it wasn't rough to me.
You didn't know no better.
I didn't know no better. But it was fun. It was good times. It was bad times. And as far as music, when I started hearing Detroit artists, like the first Detroit artists, and then I would actually see them. I would see them in the car that they just had the song about, or I would see them doing the stuff that they was just rapping about. That just enticed me. And I'm like, man, I want to do that too. You know?
Right.
I'm from Northern California, Bay Area, Sacramento area. So anytime there's something depicted about the city, you know, obviously I pay close attention to. How real was what we've seen about BMF and what 50 did about that type of show? I know obviously you were younger at that time, but your people, how close of a depiction to Detroit is that to the truth?
As far as I really can't speak on none of the illegal stuff.
Right, because you was
But as far as like dudes wanting to get money, that's the heart. That's the heart and the soul of the city. Like Detroit breeds hustlers. You know what I'm saying? We gonna find a way to get to it.
regardless.
For sure.
You play any sports growing up?
I played a couple sports. I played football for a minute, boxed for a little minute.
What was you like in both of them?
I was good. I played Pop Warner for a minute. I was cool.
What position you play?
I was a linebacker.
Okay, so you could hit people.
Yeah.
You said you boxed too?
Yeah, I boxed for a
Until
minute.
what age?
Until I was like 17.
What stopped you from continuing that?
Man, I really ain't have a way to get back and forth to the gym. My coach was on me. He like, if you really want to do it, you'll get here. And I'm like, man, I really don't have a way to get there.
I want to, but I can't.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, but I just couldn't.
Growing up, what's your fondest memories about the city of Detroit?
It's a lot of different moments, bro. It'll be going to the mall after school with all my friends. We don't even buy nothing. One person probably buy a t-shirt, but we just walking around. Or being on a block and the ice cream truck pull up and it's an older dude over there that just buy everybody something, or just, I don't know, just being around the neighborhood with my peers, bro.
You're regarded as one of the best storytellers in this hip hop space today. Where did the storytelling aspect of your rapping come from?
So it's an artist from here, Payroll. Now, he was the first person who I heard do a kind of story type of vibe. I've heard a lot of people do story raps, of course, like the Slick Ricks and stuff. But the way he did it, he had this song called Best Friends, and the way he did it, it was just so amazing to me. I'm like, I'm gonna do that one day. And when I finally got a chance like to get around to it and write it, it turned out amazing for sure.
The first day out, Pistons playoff anthem. How does it feel to have that, being home and have that? And what was the process of getting that done?
Man, it was amazing, bro. First of all, the feeling is crazy. I remember
This your city, this your team.
Yeah. No, for
listening
sure.
to you to get going.
Bro, I remember I was in like the 4th, 5th grade. We went on a field trip to the Palace of Auburn Hills to like a Pistons game. And right now it's like a complete full circle moment, even though it moved. But the feeling is amazing. The way it came about was, they knew who had the anthem. So,
He said they knew. They just had to tap in.
Yeah. It's really priceless though. Like
You can't get that kind of
being
experience.
a part of this moment is priceless for real.
So I think at this moment, we talking about the games and you having the anthem. I think we have a StockX gifting moment for T Grizzly.
Oh, do we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you can be fresh for the game. Shout out StockX
So,
one more again.
Where's his box
sure.
at?
You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking
This one
StockX.
that my phone is on? Oh, hold on real quick, bro. You got some-
Yeah, open that up, man.
I appreciate it too.
StockX, man.
Throw
What's
up that
up,
X
StockX?
again, man. We're going to throw up the X again, man.
That shit's like a transformer.
Yeah,
Be careful.
man.
Yeah.
See what you got in them. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, these the brick by bricks. I know the box. I got a little note. I'm gonna read that when I get alone. That's probably personal.
That still ain't. I don't give a fuck how much money you have. There ain't nothing like getting free shoes. I
No,
promise.
facts. And I've been wanting these too.
Oh, you ain't got those yet?
I got them, but now I got another pair.
Yeah, you gotta have two.
Now
You gotta
can
have
fuck around in
two.
one.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. Man,
I
shout
put
out
these
StockX.
up.
Give StockX a round of applause.
Yes, sir.
for sure.
Appreciate you, StockX.
Them shits is cold. StockX, I need a pair of 14s. Quit playing.
Hold on, I got some jerseys.
Yeah, you got a jersey
Yeah.
there too, a Pistons jersey.
Who's that supposed to fit?
They're supposed to fit my son.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I got a couple of them. So obviously, being a Pistons fan, how does it feel? I mean, this is for everybody, but particularly you. I mean, Pistons have been down for a minute. I mean, I remember when we was in the league early 2000s, and obviously we got Sheed here. We're gonna talk to him in a little bit. Pistons basketball was something to be dealt with, and it had a little low. But now that you guys are back, Cade is leading the charge. JB is, the head coach, creating culture. How does it feel as a fan of a Piston to see them back in contention?
It feel amazing, bro. It feel amazing. Like the vibe different when I'm hearing. I knew it was real when I started seeing people jump ship. Like I know people that's diehard other team,
Go ahead and take them.
other team fans, and when I'm starting to see people switch over to
Thanks,
the Pistons, I'm like, oh yeah,
All right, we back.
no, for sure.
Let's get back to the gamer presence. You got over 1.2 million subscribers on Twitch. What initially drew you to becoming being a gamer? How does that fit into your overall legacy?
So I'm gonna be honest, bro. I probably was a gamer before I was a
First
rapper.
and foremost.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then when COVID hit and we stuck in the house, it's like I'm just gaming all day. And I meet some people online that was like, bro, you should stream. Like you actually good. And I'm like, how I stream? So I had somebody fly out and set me up at my crib to the point. I'm like, I want it so easy. All I gotta do is press a button. And I've been streaming ever since.
So you had to do. I saw you talk to the dudes for the $1 million with the game, but it was a while ago, so I forgot. Some dude from Canada set up something for you to do. What did he set up? A modem or what did he set up?
Yeah, so my boy North, he has set up.
Explain that.
So he built servers.
Oh, servers. That's what it was.
Yeah, so he had built me a Grand Theft Auto server. And that's what Grizzley World is.
So explain what that is, because I mean, you could put your own products in there. You could put the homies' products in there. They could put anything in there and monetize from the game, right?
Yeah, it's fully customizable. For example, my boy got a food truck. Hibachi, we just put that in there. They've been going crazy.
Killing it.
Food truck. He pull up to the hospital. They be.
You put real life shit in the game, and then it translates to dollars in real life.
Exactly.
That's dope.
Exactly, bro.
That's dope. Did you ever think you'd be paid to play video games though?
Never.
And you making good money. You don't have to talk about the number, but you making good money playing video games.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's I encourage everybody to do it.
I encourage it all. So when I be yelling at the fucking Twins to get off the game, I need to chill out and let them do their thing.
Let them do their thing, man. Just make sure they streaming.
Straight up.
How did your sneaker taste develop over time?
Sneaker taste develop over time. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I ain't even about to fake it. Like, bro, I've always been just a wheat Timberland, white lows person. Always. So I never really got off into being like into sneakers crazy. Now, if I see something fire, then you feel me?
Waiting in line and nothing like that. Ain't no getting on and trying to, I ain't doing none of that either.
Nah, cause you can't go wrong with some white lows.
Go to every time.
Yeah.
It was Air Max in Texas.
Yeah.
Too much dirt out there to be wearing low.
Yeah.
How do you balance gaming, fatherhood, music, and you're one of them artists that's dope, but you make people wait. Like you don't throw a bunch of shit out there. Like you make them wait. That's why obviously May 16th is going to be a big anticipated day. But how do you balance just your life? Because you got a lot of different things going on.
Man, I would say you need an assistant and a planner, bro.
For real.
Everything has to be scheduled. Even stuff you don't think, like down to the smallest thing, you got to have a routine and everything has to be scheduled. That way, when I'm doing something, can't nobody complain about nothing.
That's the one thing I told the kids earlier.
A lot of stuff going on, in the streets and, for the youth. Give me some advice. What would you tell the youth right now if they ask you, for some advice? Being a big part of, the city.
So for the youth, man, to the youth I had not too long ago, probably last summer, I had went to a few county jails like all over the country, right? And each and every last one of them, I'm talking about every one of them. It wasn't one that had a different type of mindset. They wish they didn't do whatever they did. The moment that I talk to them, that's some of the first stuff they say, like, man, I wish I didn't do that, bro. It wasn't even worth it. I wish I didn't do it. So to the youth out there, whatever you doing, if you get caught, you gonna wish you did not do it. I even use myself as an example. Like, when I got locked up, bro, the moment they put them handcuffs on me, I learned my lesson. They didn't even have to give me no time. You feel me? I learned right there, like, all right, bet y'all serious. You feel me?
Straight up. He said, I've learned, just let me know now.
On everything.
Yeah, word.
Like, everybody wish they didn't do it, so just don't end up wishing you didn't do something. That go for chasing your dreams or getting in trouble. Don't be in a position where you wish you didn't do something.
Facts. Well, we appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate y'all.
Definitely want to have you for a full-length interview out in LA. So we'll line up with you and figure out when you have time, fly you out, put you up, and really dig into your past and all your greatness. But thank you for your time today.
I need that gaming hookup too, because I'm a COD or
But he ain't shit though. He's a nigga that sits
that's a
behind.
goddamn
He's
lie.
a sniper. He
That's
sits
a
back and just
goddamn lie.
snipes people. He ain't in the field though.
Hey,
Don't let him lie. He lost hand-to-hand combat in that game.
Yeah, he's hunting you with a knife like Jason.
Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it?
They say you can't bring a knife to a gunfight, but
I think he doing
if
that.
he kills you again with a knife,
All the rest of
out
my-
of sight.
This nigga just hit me with a knife.
Did he?
From long range. From Tom Brady range.
I'm gonna show you how he don't play the game. What new map just dropped? Don't say nothing. What new map just dropped?
I don't play the game,
See,
but I
or
already
dance.
know.
See, okay, so he don't know. So I'm gonna let you know. Don't listen. to
facts.
him. Okay, yeah.
Don't be
So
fooled
you
by the
snipe.
talk.
Look,
Yeah.
what sniper you run?
I don't run a sniper. I run two assault rifles.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
I got
You
overkill.
school.
I got overkill.
Oh, you school.
I got overkill. Yeah.
you school. Okay,
Oh, and
bet.
overkill where you can have two assault rifles.
He been smoking
Gotta have
a lot today.
overkill.
Don't believe the bullshit. But
I know what
anyway,
I'm doing, man. I
y'all
like
give
to
it up to
kill
T
motherfuckers.
Grizzly, man.
I
We
can't wait
appreciate
with
you, bro. Thank you, dog. For sure. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro. My God, appreciate you.
What up, y'all? This is Matt
Your boy Stak.
from the All the Smoke podcast.
Big news. We're teaming up with the ultimate sneaker plug, StockX.
You see it. It's on our feed. Let me put you on to something real quick. If you're serious about sneakers and style, you need to be on StockX.
For the rash kicks to the latest releases, StockX gives you access to everything you need to level up your game. No more missing out, just straight up access to what's next.
Head to StockX.com or download the StockX app to level up your collection.
It's the game changer. StockX. Now you know.
You ever had one of those moments when you want to elevate your night? Maybe it's a dinner with friends or a celebration that calls for something extra. That's where Grand Marnier comes in. You probably heard of it, but have you tried the signature drink? The Grand Margarita. It's the twist of a classic margarita. It has the smooth richness of Grand Marnier's cognac, and combined with orange liqueur, a bit of citrus, and just the right amount of sweetness, with a taste like that, it's perfect for any occasion. Whether you're chilling at the crib or out with friends, a Grand Marg remixes a regular cocktail into something extraordinary. Don't just settle for a good cocktail when you can have something grand. It's about making your next drink one to remember. So when you're making your next margarita, remix it and make it grand with Grand Marnier. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. 2025 Kapari America, New York, New York. Drink with style, drink responsibly.
This episode is brought to you by Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network. I know we stay joking, but let me take a second to put on my serious voice. Because this isn't a joking matter. Me personally, I would never joke about a 5G network that has invested billions in building 5G towers across the country.
Me neither.
Not even once.
Me neither.
Feel me?
Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network and also provides coverage across 99% of America. Seriously. Visit boostmobile.com or your nearest Boost Mobile store for more information.
The Boost Mobile network together with our roaming partners covers 99% of the U.S. population. 5G speeds not available in all areas.
Our next guest is an NBA champion. Found a home out here in Detroit. Welcome to the show, Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed Benjamin Wallace. What's up, my brother?
Grassy. What it does. What it does.
What's happening, baby? You good?
Man, same, can't complain.
Hey, so I hear she like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, bro, we doing a live show. StockX said they need you. You're a fan favorite. Let me know your information. We're going to fly you out here, take care of you. She's like, okay, I'm in, but I'm going to drive. I said, what? This motherfucker drove 11 hours here from North Carolina just to be here with you guys, man. So give it up for Rasheed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, no, driving is my thing. I ain't even going to lie. That's my thing, 100%.
You came here in one of the biggest trade deadline trades in the history of the game, and you were actually with. We was talking about this out back when we was fellowshipping. You was with Stak for one day. You guys played a game.
2 days, 1 game.
Hawks versus the Nets. Stak, you killed 25, 7, and 6. Sheed, you had 26 rebounds and 5 blocks. And next thing you know, you're out of here for some real basketball because you was playing some bullshit in Atlanta.
Don't do that.
So they had you come to Detroit for some real basketball. So
pick up.
yes, you was playing men's gym at UCLA with Stak. Those are all summer league numbers. Don't put that on his count. But what did it mean? Obviously, you and Stak being brothers got a chance to play with each other briefly. But what did you feel like when you knew you was going to Detroit and all the talent that was here at the time?
Man, it was lovely. We were sitting there, it's me, Stak, JT, and we had the game in Jersey, and then we flew down to Miami. We was about to play them, I think like the next night or the day after, and next thing I know, like you said, we had cheesecake.
Where was y'all at? Y'all was chilling though. I know. Paint the picture for everybody. Yeah. What was y'all doing when you found out you got traded?
Like right now. All right, we all chilling in here right now, right? Let's just say I was still playing, and that shit just came across the ticker right there. And everybody, we all look right here. Everybody like, oh, that's how we was.
I looked at him like, did you just see that?
I was like, that.
You just got traded?
Look, I'm looking at my phone like, my agent ain't hit me. I'm like, man, that's some bullshit or whatever.
Like, nigga, is that you? That's how I looked at it. Like,
and it was me.
You just got traded, bro.
I was like, man, we was like, damn. After one game, but no, playing that with Stak though, it was good. It was lovely. I felt rejuvenated, playing with some younger guys who got it mentally. Him, JT, played with Boris Diaw on there. Terry Stotts was our coach. So it was good. But then when I got that call, so I'm like, all right, bet. So I got to go where they go and still play ball. The funny thing about it, I'm with Portland, and we came here to Detroit like about 2 weeks prior to the trade. I'm talking big shit. Man, y'all can't stop us. Y'all ain't shit. This and that. Da-da-da-da, man, been the fuck out of here. And da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, I'm going, y'all know how I go, right? But it wasn't personal, you know. So
part of the game.
So it's during the game, part of the game. So then I get traded, right? So boom, I'm here. And, did the press conference and all of that shit, right? So I go in the locker room and I meet the guys. I'm like, damn.
Just talking shit to everyone.
I'm like, bro, you know that wasn't, some serious shit I was talking, a couple weeks ago. It's all part of the game. So, everybody just laughed it off and everything. But no, it was a brotherhood, man. And coming here with that team, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Everybody on that team was solid. Everybody on that team was solid veterans, of course, except for our more younger players. But, man, everybody was a journeyman. If you look at it on that team, myself, Ben, Rip, the only one who was an original was Tayshaun. Yeah. And other than that, everybody else was a journeyman. Even our bench, D-Ham, Eldon, Campbell, Corliss, Williamson, everybody else was a journeyman. And it was like, man, but we got it though. We got what it meant to be in the league. We got what it meant. Like, look, all these motherfucking games count. And man, by Most High's graces, we clicked and boom, we just went out there and, did what we did. We do have one record with that team that I know for sure, especially in today's era, will never be broken.
The most tees?
Nope. We held, I think it was either 6 or 7 teams under something like 70 points for 7 straight games. That'll never be done again. And the thing is, we didn't even try to do it. We was just out there playing, just us, being us. We didn't even try to do that. We was like, oh shit. Like,
LB was y'all coach, Larry Brown?
Man, pound for pound.
What was it like for LB? LB is a nut. What was it like fucking with LB?
I see Larry Brown as a mad scientist. For those who know basketball, of course, LB has been a great coach in a lot of places that he went, championships or conference championships, something. He's a mad scientist, man. He, did some things that Coach Smith did. When I say Coach Smith, Dean Smith down in Carolina, that was his mentor as well. So when he did some of the things that Coach Smith did, like, okay, let's say during the regular season, we got a play called 3 circle. It's for you. 3 circle. So it's going to be me and Jack setting the screen for you, coming off on a double for you to go to weak side. So now come playoff time, all right, we're going to do 3 circle, but here's the wrinkle. Everybody expecting you to come off, so they trying to prepare for it and jump it. So now all it is me back screening Jack, and now Jack coming off, and then you hitting me, and then I'm popping out, or whatever the case may be.
The shit.
But it's like, yo, who the fuck would have thought of that?
The wrinkle.
You know what I'm saying? Like
the wrinkle.
Like it's a hard wrinkle. But LB's a mad scientist, man. He's one of the best coaches I ever played for.
Yeah, I had LB in Charlotte. Super dope.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my best year. Yeah, I had my best year. We got him to the playoffs though.
Yeah.
Coming from Portland, then Atlanta, how does it feel? Me and you both are active in the communities that we play in. How does it feel to have the city of Detroit embrace you like they did when you came here?
Oh man, it was lovely. It was lovely. And I think that held precedence to the point where, shit, I was out in the streets. I'm out in the streets.
Out in these streets? Because y'all played like 45
minutes.
Oh,
yeah. We played.
You was out this way, though?
Yeah, I was
down. They could catch you frequenting out here?
Downtown, Joy Road, just hanging out, I'm out in these streets. And the city embraced me, though. And that's what I love, because for the simple fact, I think they embrace the blue collarness because of the way that the city is. And look, y'all see me now. I ain't flashy. I ain't got no eyes. That's just my persona. And I think that's one of the things that the city embraced, like, yo, this is an everyday dude, this and that. I'm like, shit, yeah, I do go to the market for myself, by myself, this and that. So I am, but it's just the fact my job you see on TV, I'm the 9 to 5's entertainment.
I'm just like y'all.
Yeah. So but the city embraced that, and man, I didn't have a problem going anywhere. It was mad love everywhere, downtown, in different sections, East Detroit, West Detroit. It was all love because why? We all represented the city, and then they knew we were some killers.
Yeah, straight up.
We all dealt with some bad press. A lot of times people misunderstood your passion for the game and use things off the court, different nicknames in the press. Did any of that ever bother you or deter you from being who you are? I know the answer, but I'm answering this for other people.
No, it didn't. But I actually honestly gave it some thought one time though. At the time I was married in Portland. Y'all gonna crack up with this. So I know y'all remember the incident with Damon Stoudemire and I when,
Well, if they don't, explain it.
Well, we were coming back from Seattle during a game and, we got pulled over. The cop said we had weed and this and that. We didn't have it because I already smoked my J.
It was already gone.
So it was... So I knew
past tense. You had weed.
I had with
I
a
didn't
D
have
on the end.
shit.
With a D on the end, I had. So, hey, past tense. And, we got into a little trouble. So on the way home, I'm like, man, I don't think they're going to show this on SportsCenter the next day.
Hold on, before you get there, I don't mean to cut you off. Did the team bus pass y'all when you was pulled over on the side of the road?
I'm going to get to that.
Oh, my bad.
So here it is. They pull us over. And so it's a rookie cop. So, of course, you got 2 NBA guys. Bam, man, this will look good on my record to make a name for myself.
Facts.
So I'm like, all right. So the rookie cop, boom, he out there, he got us, and the lights is flashing. Now, mind you, if most of you guys ever drove on a dark road, let's say y'all drove from here to Indiana or here to Chicago, something like that, right? You're going to run into a dark road with no fucking lights, right? So here we are, boom, we on a road, no lights. So all we see coming around the bend, we see some big lights, and all they see is the flashing lights in the darkness. Hey, dog. That's the bus right there. Team bus go by. We like, oh, damn, dog. So the team bus pulled off for a second, they pulled over, PR guy got out for a second.
Oh, hell no, they got off the bus?
But no, it was just a PR dude. And, the cop did his job. You step back, this and that. He got back on the bus. So, all right, so I ain't mad at him for that because I would have been like, yo, let's leave too. Hey, So we like, oh man. So then boom, next morning, I wake up and it's on ESPN.
Yeah.
And so my ex-wife, she's my ex-wife today, but at the time she was my wife. She's like, oh, what did you do? This and that, that. I'm like, she waking me up, hitting me and shit. I'm like, what? What's happening? What's happening? What did you do? This and that. You on TV? I'm like, what are you talking about? Ain't nothing happened. I ain't do nothing. I ain't get no text.
I ain't
nothing.
been cracking or nothing.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
We ain't have a game, no text. She turned the TV on and it talking about the traffic stop, right? So I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. So, I had to be real with her, it happened and this and that, right? But the funniest part of that, so we at home one night chilling, la 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 la, watching the Chappelle Show, right? So we chilling and they got, I think it's a segment he had when keeping it real goes wrong or something like that, right? So they had the cop walking down the street with the baton, and he seen a car with the windows up all smoky. He taps on a window and rolls the window down, and it's Charlie Murphy and Ashy Larry, and all you see is smoke come out the car. And Charlie Murphy, all he said was, Rasheed Wallace. Oh, my wife was mad as fuck, yo. But me, I am on the floor.
That's classic.
Crying.
That's legendary. It's legendary.
Hey, I'm crying. My stomach hurting. My face hurting from laughing so hard.
You're under arrest. Rasheed Wallace.
And there was nothing else that I could do. So she was like, see, that's that bullshit. And now your son's got to go to school and this. And I was like, damn. I was like, that's the only time out of my whole career I really felt bad. Other than that, as far as the text on the court, fuck that. I'm justified.
It was still kind of dope though. It was
funny to me.
Yeah.
It was hilarious, but she didn't find it funny.
Yeah.
Like even to this day, I might catch it. Oh, yeah. I'm crying.
I had something similar to Kanye West with the shit he talked about me, and I think it's funny, but my ex-wife still be getting mad at that shit.
I'm about to drive 90 miles like Matt Barnes just to whip a nigga ass.
Hey, it's life.
It's life. It's urban legend now.
Exactly.
It's above us.
Exactly.
Still active in the Detroit community. Visit Flint consistently during the water crisis. Where does that stand? We talked to Mo Cleaves last summer, and he said it's still not as good as it needs to be. But why do you feel it's important to give back to a community that gave you so much?
Yeah, it's still fucked up in Flint, to be honest. I'll say it. No, since nobody else do. But it's what I grew up with, man. It's what I grew up with. It was crazy that the day that I took my family and my friends up there from North Carolina, from Philly, ran into an organization called New Era Detroit, and they was out there doing the same things we were doing. I was like, shit, can we walk with y'all? Because, we got a truckload full of stuff. They had a truckload full of stuff. And it's like, he was like, yeah, the leader Zeke, he was like, yeah, come on, because this is all for us. It's all for the people up there in Flint, whoever needed it. And so we was going door to door and then just doing a lot of things here when I was playing here, out at Kettering High School and just being, again, in the community in the daytime and nighttime.
As you should be. Your presence is felt.
Yes. It was fun. It was good though, but it was much needed, just to let the people know like, yo, I was in that same situation, so y'all not alone. So everything that I could do, that's what I tried to do for the city of Detroit. Everything that I do or did here in the city of Detroit, I tried to do in the city of Philadelphia, the city of Portland, DC when I played there, wherever I go. Yeah, because man, it's universal. It's that lower income is universal, bro. It don't matter what city.
So talk to us about them early. This is kind of off script, but you mentioned DC. You had C. Webb and Jawan Howard, Rod Strickland,
Mark Price.
Talk to us about them early DC days and I mean a power forward heaven over there with you three over there in particular.
Man, you want me to tell you the truth about that? It wasn't even a learning lesson on the court. It was more of a learning lesson off of the court.
Explain that.
I had veteran players. I had a veteran power forward by the name of Bob McCann. He was the first one to really break taxes down to me. As a youngin' coming up, We not thinking about, you hear about tax season and it's like, oh, that's when you get all the money back. And cause everybody in the hood, everybody talking about taxes, right? So it's like, okay.
Once we get there.
But, and that's what he broke down to me. He was like, young fella, he was like, you in a different tax bracket now. You know, he's like, you know, your mom growing up and your aunties and all of them. He's like, no, you're not in that tax bracket no more where you getting back them couple $100 and this and that. You know, you're going to do this and have to do that. And he, you know, broke the whole tax thing down to me. And I'm like, damn. And then, you know, just breaking it all down about, all right, now you traveling. Like, hey, look, you know, you're going to have different things, this and that. He's like, man, he was like, you a good kid and you don't need to get caught up in that bullshit out there with them chicks who be in the hotels and all of that stuff. And, you know, I'm like, man, I said, I feel you. Eventually I did, but that's another story.
You got to experience is the best teacher.
Exactly. But it was just everything about life, not even basketball, bro. It was life that they taught me, that Bob McCann taught me, that C. Webb taught me, that Jawan taught me, you know, and that whole team. Mark Price, again, playing with him. I never thought in God's green earth that I would play with Mark Price. I grew up watching him. We playing with him on the video games, live and all that shit. But to play with him, it's like, all right, that's thorough. You know, I definitely accepted and respected that because it's like, damn, last year I was watching you with Cleveland and you was balling in the playoffs, and here I am this year playing with you.
That was a time back though when we really used to practice in the first team or go at the second team. Tell me what it's like for a young you. And although Webb and Jawan were both young, what was it like, those battles in practice between three of the best young power forwards in the game at the time? First,
I was starstruck, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, because I was just watching those guys play at the University of Michigan. They changed the fashion rules. You know, the big baggy shorts and uniforms and socks and you know, the shoes and all, they changed it. And of course, we all was affected by that. You know what I'm saying? We all had that little Fab Five in us. And so I'm like, damn, I'm playing with two of them. I'm playing with Chris and Jawan. I'm like, man, and I was a big fan of them. And but to hear the basketball knowledge that they gave me, you know, I was like, all right, bet. And here I am, second team. It's myself, Robert Pack, Tim Legler, Don McClain, who went to UCLA. And I'm missing. that
second five.
Damn, his name's on the tip of my tongue. McIlvain.
Oh, Jim McIlvain.
That second Jim five McIlvain. Is so that's
nasty. The second team. So we're going against
trash.
Mark Price, Calbert Chaney, Mitchell Butler, Webb, and Jawan. Or they could have threw, you know, Big George in there, George Murison, depending on how his knees felt, you know, with practice and stuff. But man, that shit, a learning lesson.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, battles. Got my ass beat. But it's a learning lesson. Came back the next day. Yeah, I'm sore. I'm hurting, but you got to come back the next day. It's all part of it.
Yeah, I love it. Different time. Some of our best memories in Golden State were off the court. Can you share any funny, most of them? All of them? All of them. Can you share some of your off the court stuff here that you can share? I mean, you told us the crazy story about when you guys won a championship and you went home and did what you had to do. But can you tell us any fun stories about this team in particular?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll definitely give y'all a G-rated story.
I think they want R. There ain't no little kids in here. You can tell
I can't.
Shit if you want now, She.
No, guys are grown now and they're coaches here and there.
You got families. You know, so I got you. Keep it G.
You know,
keep it G. My bad.
So, but I will mention one guy because this is my guy. He's crazy. So here we are. We're defending the championship. We go to Atlanta. So that's when, you know, everywhere I carry the belt and all that shit, right? So we all go out to eat. It's about, all in all, it's about 15 of us. It's about maybe 6 or 7 guys on the team. But, you know, we got a couple homies with us and this and that. So we go out to eat. Everybody have a good time, eating, drinking. Boom, we get full. So now we hop in the cabs. No Ubers back then. It was cabs.
And you had that belt with you at all these places?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, guys hopped in cabs and, you know, for some of the friends that was local, you know, they drove, but we all pulled up to the spot, right? Boom, we in Atlanta, go to the club. So mind you, all you see is a big mob. Cats ranging from like 6'2", 6'3" to about like 7'1", right? You like, God damn, who the fuck? Hey yo. Yeah, we gonna need y'all here at the front door. So, as we walking up, getting out the car, we seen extra security came. So who's leading the charge? The shortest dude out the bunch, Lindsey Hunter. It's my guy, right? So he's leading the charge. So we all four. Right? So he walks up and, Lynn's strolling like George Jefferson and boom, he's just walking through. So the security like, whoa, where you going, man? He like, man, what? He's like, hold up, man, you can't just walk in here like that. We need to see some ID. So Lindsey did the old school Dragonfly Jones like, like, man, you know who we are? He's like, man, we them Pistons, man. We them Pistons. And he's like, all right, but I still need to see some ID. He's like, you want to see some ID? And at the time, I was wearing a championship ring. I didn't bring the belt to the club because I didn't want to leave it or no shit. But so I just had the ring on, right? And then he was like, Lindsey said, you want to see our ID? Rah, show him our ID. I showed the security that ring. That bitch was blinging. And Lindsey was like, that's our ID, chump. And just walked on through the door. And hey, we walked on in the door behind you. Like,
that's all it took.
Like, man, it was lovely though. But we always went together in the group, man.
That's dope. Big.
Walk us through what a game day routine looks like for Sheed. From when you wake up
and don't leave nothing out.
Everything.
Don't leave nothing out.
All the medicine and stuff you need to get ready for a day's game.
Y'all something else. They something else. I just want to let y'all know they something else. No, it was fun though. So more daily routine, let's say game day. Wake up, take the kids to school, come home, blow one, chill out, go to practice or shoot around depending on, what it is. Practice, shoot around, boom. After that, maybe with one or two of the guys, a couple guys on the team, we might catch lunch somewhere. Then we all got to break up right after that because we got to pick the kids up from school. So I'll go pick the kids up from school, come home, do homework. If it's my turn to cook, my wife, she did the homework. It was always just everybody had their role.
Even on the game day, I like all this.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't take no nap?
Oh, no, I took a nap.
Okay,
for sure. But I mean, just the regular routine.
Right.
It's just like, if it was my turn to cook, and we had a game, that's the only time I got excused.
You got a free pass.
Other than that, even if I wanted to hang out, she was like, I don't give a fuck. You better make sure that
I don't give a fuck.
Y'all, there's some food in there and the dishes is done, all that. I respected that. All right, I made sure the kitchen was clean, food, all that stuff. But on game day, take my nap. She picked the kids up from school, go to the game. On the way to the game, might blow one. Or might blow one when I wake up. But then go to the game. So
ain't no telling.
I'm in the right frame of mind. And because I live right down the street from the Palace. But, man, I loved it. It was nice. Short ride, quick ride, going to the game. And, man, once you step in between them lines, it's lovely. I just want to let y'all know it's a whole different atmosphere. See, y'all see it from one side. And for those who did go to the Palace and around this time, that playoff time, y'all understand like the thickness of the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? And man, just to see that once you step in them lines, smell that popcorn, and to see everybody up there, and all you hear is Detroit basketball. The whole arena saying, fire, B. Fire.
That's dope. Fire. Give it up. That's dope. Y'all have always had an amazing home court advantage. We was talking about this earlier today at StockX. Like when y'all was good coming here, even not during the playoffs, during the regular season, like during the announcements and the fire, all that's just like, God damn, this is some real shit right here.
Man. Hey, Mason, he's the genius, man. He came up with the whole Detroit basketball slogan, and so I had to protect my guy one day. We in Cleveland, and so I'm about to check into the game, so I'm sitting at the scorer's table, and just so happened that somebody from Detroit, I can't remember who, but hit the ball out of bounds, and the guy's talking about some Cleveland's basketball. Hey, yo, No, don't try to copy my man. Don't try to copy my man. Don't do that. It's only one. Don't do that. Come up with your own slogan. And then I checked into the game. Like, it's only one, man. Mason was a genius at that, man. The way he announced everybody on the team name, not just the starters, but everybody.
He felt the energy.
And man, he electrified that crowd, yo. He's still here doing the morning show. Mason in the morning.
The cutoff sweats. Where did that come from? I know
Cutoff sweats and the pulled out pockets.
Yeah,
You was a little different with your shit, but you had motherfuckers throughout the league. I was one of them.
to this
I copied
day.
you.
They cut off sweats now. How did that come about?
You had some cutoff warm up sweats on last night, actually.
That I did. The inside out pockets first came when I was playing in college. It was like, you know, shit, I ain't got no money. So it was my sign to myself, I'm hungry.
Okay.
You know, I gotta get some money. I'm hungry because if your pockets are inside out, can't shit go in there. Ain't no money going in there. And so you can't even get no lint in there. But once you get some money, you can go ahead and put them pockets the right way.
Yeah.
So it was just a little lesson with that. But as far as the cutoff sweats, I started doing that in Portland when I got traded because the rain out there, always rained out there. And, you know, it was a little bit more chillier. Not necessarily the snow cold, but that rain cold is a different type of fucking cold. And, hey, started practicing with sweatpants. And then one day, the bottom of my sweatpants got caught under the heel of my shoe. And, whoa, there's a little slit. All right. I was out for a couple weeks, you know. But that's when I was like, hey, told the trainer, hey, bring me them scissors. And from then, kept my knees warm. That was the biggest thing about it, playing in Portland and a lot of cold arenas. If you think about it, back then when we played, there was a lot of hockey teams.
There's ice under the floor.
So that shit was cold as fuck in there, you know. And so let me go ahead and warm these old ass knees up like a 57 Chevy, man. Just practice with these sweatpants on and cut them off. Yeah, they was cut off probably up to like right about here. And
that shit was fly. It's still fly.
But no, you know where I knew I made an impact? I can't remember if it was Nike or Adidas. I seen it one day.
They started making those kind of shorts.
Yep. Yeah, I said, the league did. They're making kulaks out there.
No bullshit. Like she used to cut them, but then the NBA, I don't know what sponsor we were with at the time. They started making shorts a little bit longer, but it still looked cooler because they had the seams all. That's the seam. I didn't like the seams. I like the cutoff look. Yeah,
the little cutoff kind of.
They definitely try to bite your shit though.
Yeah, you know, hey, I'm from Philly. We trendsetters.
As you should be.
When did pregame dancing come into play?
Look at the pregame dance right here. Yeah.
Pregame dance, to be honest.
Can they catch you doing this in the clubs out here?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
No. That was just pregame dance. To be honest, it came from the people. It came from the energy of the crowd. Because when Mason was announcing our names, the crowd was hype and everything was all, it was just that energy I felt their energy. And I did a special tribute as well, only in the playoffs. Every time we made the playoffs, I would point this way, and the whole crowd, I point this way, and every which way I would point in all four directions.
Like a wrestler.
Man, like a wrestler. And the crowd would be hyped, and it's like, let's get this shit going. Yo. Let's get this shit going. And, man, it was just exciting. And just being silly and having fun, man. You know, everybody think that basketball players is always mad and this and that. No, we out there having fun too, stepping between them lines. But I loved it, man. It was all energy. It's classic. It's classic. And it sparked, I guess some of the younger guys do it in some of their huddles today with they style a little dancing or whatever. But it was fun doing that, Jack.
What is it like to be here back at this time, though? This is a special time in Detroit. Again, they're back in the playoffs. But like you said, the atmosphere is thicker. The energy is different during the playoff time. What does it mean for you to be back here now, later, although you're not playing, but it's still the kind of same spirit for the city of Detroit?
Well, I know for the players themselves, you know, this is a new ground, which is good for them in their careers. Like, hey, this is what it's like. It's a different feeling. It's a different fever. But for the fans, for the people, it's like, all right, shit. All right, this is the start of it. You know, we back now. You know, we're on the way. We got to build it up. So it won't just happen overnight. It got to be that, you know, have that team that's built up, and the fans are the ones that I think reminisce the most about them being back in the playoffs right now.
That's what's up. 5 straight conference finals appearance from 2004 to 2008. Let's start off talking about you guys beating the Pacers in the 2004 Eastern Conference Finals. Tayshaun blocks Reggie's shot. We just had Reggie on the show, and he said that shit still haunts him. He said he would trade his push off on Jordan to hit the jumper to be able to take this layup back and be able to make it. What was going through your guys' mind? Obviously, that could have sealed it right there. Look at the score, by the way. Look at the score. This is the first half score in today's NBA. This is the fourth quarter with 15 seconds to go. And Tayshaun had this incredible block. Talk us through this.
I got that picture. You see that angle they just showed from up top? I got that picture in the vault. And I swear to goodness, y'all, that ball is like a fraction of an inch away from the backboard.
About as close as I was to hitting Kobe with the ball.
Yes.
Close. Close as fuck, right?
A fraction.
Right there.
And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, that. At the time, I was like, all right, good block or whatever, we got it. But reminiscing about it, maybe a year or two after that, was like, damn, that was a great playoff moment. Like we all know playoff moment. Jordan scoring 63 in Boston, a great playoff moment. Reggie hitting what was it? The scoring 9 points or 8 points in 3 seconds or some shit like that in New York. Great play. That was a great playoff moment because again, as Reggie said, if he would have went up there to dunk it, that would have been game. And that could have changed the series. But Tayshaun gave that extra effort. And man, just to watch that, he ran down from damn near the corner. It's like, nah, you're not getting this.
Reggie got to dunk
I think that sparked us and saved it.
Reggie got to dunk that.
Yeah, Reggie had to dunk that. Reg thought, like, look, he gave that one look back, like, there's nobody here. I guess he didn't see Tayshaun come out of nowhere.
Tayshaun was kind of transparent. He's the same color as the court, so he might have not seen it.
Yeah, he got that, though.
2004, heavy underdog versus the Lakers. An incredible, no one counted, no one gave you guys a chance but this city and that team. What did it mean to first and foremost beat the Lakers, but how did y'all slow Shaq down?
No, we didn't slow Shaq down. Like Ben and I and Eldon Campbell and Corliss and Mehmet Okur, we played them to our best. We just made it hard for him. Big fella was still big fella.
Big fella.
You know what I'm saying? He was still the most dominant athlete at that time. But no, we just had to slow him down. It was like, look, we got more fouls. We got the energy of more fouls. Like, we just gonna have to fuck him up. Not necessarily deliberately, like intentionally, but look, we can't make it easy for him. And that's what it was. Ben strong ass, y'all stay home. I was like, damn. Because I remember Shaq beating my ass, beating Arvydas Sabonis ass, beating Jermaine O'Neal ass. And, when we was all in Portland. But when I came here and we playing them in the chip, he like, no, I got him. I said, oh shit. Like, all right, cool. Now I could stay home and do what I need to do and help everybody else out. And man, it was just that chemistry, dog. It was crazy. It was that good chemistry. Everything fell in line.
What did it mean? Your first ring into this city?
Man, for me, it means a lot. I went 3 times, but was only successful once. But man, bro, let me tell you, like, I remember that to this day, and it's nostalgic, and you get the crocodile tears and everything each year. Because, you're watching it when the NBA finals come up, and the first thing you're doing is looking up like,
damn, we got one.
I remember when we did this.
Yeah.
And, exactly. And it was awesome, man. I loved it. And to this day, to come back here to the city, it's like, oh shit, you get love from everybody everywhere, from from the people on the street and the restaurants to everybody in the strip clubs and all the juke joints,
Everybody in between.
Well, everybody in between, but it's love, and that's what I like. I'm glad that the city embraced me.
That's dope.
Because I embraced them, and man, it was a match made in heaven.
You were a witness to LeBron James's coming out party in the 2007 Eastern Conference Finals, where he scored 25 straight points and were able to knock you guys off. What was it like being in that moment? Obviously, you're a vet. You see this young boy coming through, and he's just on one.
We was like, man, get the fuck out of here. with a lot of the shots he was making. But no, that's
25 straight.
Great talent. Great fucking talent. At that time, you know, we didn't know he was going to be the player that he is today. All right, so I'll
switch.
admit that.
Nobody, y'all didn't say switch after 5 or 6.
But I mean,
wait till you got to 25.
Hey, we tried to get schemes and scams, and all that shit didn't work. I mean, fuck. Like, you know, young fella set that mark right there. And it was great. You know, as I said, we didn't know that he was going to become the player he is today. So, you know, that also made it, as you just said, Jack, like, no, we're not going to switch it all like that. You know, like Tayshaun got him. Tayshaun was a remarkable defender. Shit. You know, he did a great job on Kobe in the finals, you know, the year or two before. So we was like, all right, like Tay got him. And we stayed home doing this, doing that. And then, you know, we just tried different schemes when that wasn't working and just to help him out. But yeah, hey, that was a hell of a runoff. You know, you gotta tip your hat to that shit. You know, it is what it is.
Let's talk kicks. I was harassing you earlier about the shoes he has on.
Y'all don't even see he got himself on the side of his shoes so right here. He got some suede.
Don't let his shoes fool y'all. These are some rare Rasheed Wallaces, and he got his whole picture on the side of them, and they suede.
Fire.
And he had something on yesterday too.
But you don't even care about that type shit. That's what makes it so dope. But you got yourself on the side of the shoe. You don't even give a fuck.
So wrong.
What made you stay loyal to the Forces, the Nikes, the Hot Tops?
Well, I played in them because it's the only shoe that protect my ankle. As y'all can see, it's already high. Yeah. So it covers your whole ankle. Unlike, you know, most of the times where Cassidy, they wear low tops. You got some guys that wear 3/4. But no, you got to protect your money makers. And at the time, Air Force Ones was the most fashionable, but yet highest high top shoe that protected my ankle. And along with tape.
So you played high and had to wear high shoes?
Always.
I feel you.
Always.
I'm mad at it.
You know, but here's the thing though, y'all. Here's the thing. So y'all won't think that, you know, you could just go ahead to the Foot Locker or wherever and buy them out the box and go straight to the court.
Nah.
Don't do it. I had orthotics. All right. So I had little inserts.
Those are real
in
flat
my
shoes, right? Yeah.
Oh man, the insoles in these joints out the box.
Nasty.
Oh my God, it's like Converses.
Yeah.
with all the new technology coming out, and you being who you are, especially while you were playing, Nike didn't hit you up like, "She, man, we can put that same logo on some of these new fresh Nikes, man. You sure you don't want to switch up?" You was like, "I'm staying loyal."
I ain't want it.
Yeah.
They tried it though when
I'm sure
was
they
playing.
did.
At the time they tried it, but no, I didn't want it. I already set the mark now. You know, I was already known for wearing Airs then. So as some people call them Airs, some people call them Uptowns, you know, this and that. But I was already
But your shit didn't even look like it was laced up tight. I know the big strap never was strapped. Like
They convinced you to do the strap eventually.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I was about to say.
strap on the back.
thing. Strap was a Philly thing.
Okay.
Like at Philly, when we wear high top Air Force Ones,
Just keep
put
it at
that
the back.
strap in the back.
It's on the back.
Boom, yeah. So that was a Philly thing we did. So
That's just what it is.
you know, that's what they did on the playground. That's what I grew up with. And boom, take that shit to the league.
They ain't never tried to get you to wear somebody like, "Come on, She, why don't you wear these bronze one time?"
Once I got established, no. But early on, I didn't have my shoe at first. Like when I was playing in Washington, I ain't had my own shoe. I was playing in C-Webs and real talk.
Bimbo Cole's twos.
No, some Air Max cross trainer Ken Griffey's.
Oh, those is fire. Did you didn't strap them neither, huh?
No, they ain't had no strap.
they have those
That air
strap.
bubbles everywhere around them
But I
bitches.
had to get a heavy ankle tape because they ain't have no support at all. But they was fashionable. I was like, oh, these joints is fire. Oh, definitely wearing ankle braces, taping your ankle, all that shit with them. But
They look good though.
You out there with third baseman shoes on.
man, no bullshit. No bullshit. Just out
Been
there.
outfield somewhere,
Ready.
you catching
Look,
lives.
ready. And then, but once I got to Portland, you know, of course, home of Nike, and then our guy, my guy, I know a lot of people mad at him right now, but my guy Nico.
Ooh, Nico.
Shout out Nico, man. That's our
Yeah.
brother, man.
that's my
What
guy
they
right
talking
there.
about?
Nico-
Nico's
I know a lot
taking
of
some
people
shit
mad.
right now though.
It's all right,
That's
though.
our
I'm with
brother.
him. I'm with him. He, you know, approached me and ended up, you know, getting a Nike contract with them. He was my rep, and the rest is history.
So
with
just
the
for you
Airs.
guys to know, Nico's the guy that traded Luka. So he's a GM, but before he was the Western Region Nike rep that took care of Sheed, Kobe, everybody. Nico's always been the homie. He's in some heat right now, but he used to be the homie.
He in some fire,
Yeah.
but I'm with him.
And I'm telling you, if you the man sitting next to the man in this building, don't you laugh, because one day you might be asked to do something you don't want to do.
Yes, sir.
That's definitely what happened in that situation. Any players today that have the high top Air Force One Rasheed Wallace type of game that you would allow to wear your shoes? Or that you would want to wear your shoes?
I don't know, man. That's a good question. I'm not sure.
I mean, well, smoking doesn't have to be a thing because weed is legal in the league now, so you can pick
that some
anybody.
shit?
You can pick
Let's talk about
anybody.
that.
So you have a lot of guys to pick from now.
What kind of chances did we take for these dudes to have just a free
Penitentiary
pass?
chances.
Ooh, hey, look, listen here. Look, remember them the days putting that towel up under the door?
Man.
We thinking that shit. Well, man, that shit ain't work for nothing.
The whole hallway smoked out.
Man, let's open this and get the vacuum to go this way.
And put a shower cap on the smoke detector. None of that shit worked.
Oh yeah, put the washcloth on a smoke detector, and then you see when you get your check and shit, you seeing that
the fine
cleaning
$300,
$350 for smoking in room. You like, damn.
Y'all don't really know. Like
fuck it.
We used to take real chances smoking because you called. So when you guys was first in the league, it was the one preseason test and you were good.
Yes.
All of a sudden, mid 2000, they started the 4 random tests, which was bullshit. But we was still smoking. So that means any given day you could have a P test. So I know I used to pay my trainer to give me a heads up, like, yo, bro, let me know what's on the list. At first, the league would give you names, but then they found out we was too smart, so they would just say, hey, heads up, we're testing your team today. So they would test 4 or 5 guys. So every single time I know I got a call, I had to prepare as if I was getting tested. We have to take them nasty ass drinks and drink all that water and pee all. It was horrible.
Terribly.
Couldn't get no routine. When I came in the league, it was easy to get a routine. When they threw them random drug tests, they threw you all off.
But you know what though? I won't say the whole thing, but I think they random the randoms. And here's why I say that.
Random.
Because one day, they came and tested a couple guys on the team. So I'm like, oh, my name wasn't called. I'm like, all right, bet he not coming back for another 3 months at least.
Next
at
week.
least. Right. So I'm like, bet. So, one home, had a little bowl, toked up. He there the next day.
Came back to back days?
Whose name is on the list today?
Just yours.
Sheed and a couple other players. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, fuck it. I'm caught. I'm like, it's nothing I could do about it. Like, ain't no drinks or none of that shit.
You didn't call Clifford Dirk?
Man, that shit. No, I wasn't tripping. I'm like, because it's the first time offense. That's what I'm thinking, right? I never got called. They never was like, oh, you came up dirty and this and that.
They didn't care.
It was either that or I was like, damn, they the randoms.
Were you diluted? Too diluted? You drank too much water? So you peed all kinds of
That motherfucker was hot. that piss was hot. Let me tell you this. You could have put that money in any type of other drug scenario.
Failed.
That bitch would have came up motherfucking positive for marijuana.
That's crazy. Well, right now, StockX, shout out our partner StockX. We got something we want to give you.
One more time for StockX. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go.
I thought this was Malcolm X.
No, just StockX.
The StockX.
Not Malcolm X. StockX.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you.
Well,
guys.
open them motherfuckers up. We want to see what you got.
All right.
Just peel. Yeah, there you go. It's like a trans. You just unpeel it. You got to peel the rest off the top. You got to peel the rest. Yeah. Come on. There you go. Oh, all right. Yeah, it's fancy here. Yeah, we not playing.
You fancy, huh?
It's not Malcolm, but it's StockX.
I see.
We get you the precious shoes by any means necessary.
See, these them 04s right here. These are
it's
them
just
ones
cold.
right here.
You
These are
did.
them 04s right here.
The leathers too.
Yeah, the patent leather. And
Patent
truth
leather.
be told, so I have these hanging up in my office. I got a bookshelf in my office there at the top of my bookshelf. I still have blood stains on the tongue of one of the shoes from, how you get kicked in the shin and all that shit.
Yeah.
So it's still, but I was like, damn, that's my war mark right there.
Well, we are.
But no, these the 04s. This memory lane right here.
That's
I
dope.
appreciate y'all.
Thank you, StockX.
This-
Give it up for StockX.
For sure. Man.
That's our year, 04.
Yeah, this right here, this classic right here, yo. This is classic. Man, this even with this little card right here brings back memories, bro. I remember when Ben crossed it off. You know, every game, every series, they would have Ben cross it off. And it was coming and it was building up. And then when they had that one up there and he crossed it off, man.
16 wins.
Y'all won.
Man.
16 wins.
Hey, it doesn't seem, well, it seems like a lot to a lot of people to get 16 wins. It's not a lot to get that. It's just harder. It's like in the playoffs, it's hard as shit, yo.
That's over 20 years ago, though. Don't seem like that long ago, though.
Yes, it was.
21 years.
Yes, it was.
Crazy.
Man, I'm glad, I'm glad for the guys on the team right now. The city is doing well with it. And man, I just wish them well. They got to do as good as they can. They did what they could the other night, tied it up, brought it home 1-1. They did their job. It's always the job. As y'all know, we vets. Hey, all I need is one. We just gotta get one on the road and take care of home. Oh, I didn't wear this.
Oh, you got a jersey in there too?
Yeah, I got a nice K jersey. Okay. But no, definitely thank you, StockX, for that though, man.
The art of the turnaround jumper. You being damn near 7'1" and you shot the ball 2 feet above your head. Where did the art of the turnaround jumper? Because I actually saw you at a high school camp, and it's been circling around IG. You're not on IG that much, but there was just a clip the other day about you hit a turnaround jumper off the glass in high school. I'm like, damn, that's the same shot he killed in the league with. So where did that shot?
We played one-on-one. I locked that shit up. He could not get that shit up. He tried he got some move, Matt, where he backed you down and he tried to wrap his leg all the way around.
You wasn't going?
Man, no, that the new move worked, but he tried to turn around. I was on that shit. I was on it. Yeah, the new move worked.
No, actually, truth be told, it came from high school. So playing ball, the first couple scrimmages, it was a normal thing to catch the rebound and bring the ball down. And who's taking it? The little guards, rip. So for a whole season, my freshman year, my high school coach, every time we had to run laps or anything outside of a 16, I had to run with the ball like this. And it became muscle reflex. The same way y'all would see a football player, if, for guys who went high school and college, you would see the football guys just walking around with a football, they go in a science class, and you like, what the fuck? And then coach coach said I can't fumble it no more. So it was the same way. I had the ball, had to hold the ball above my head and doing laps, every running drill. I'm like, fuck. And it became a natural reflex. So now every time I grabbed the rebound, it was automatically up. Our outlets, full court outlets, half court outlets. And it was just a natural reflex. And I didn't want to come out the game because he said, every time I bring the ball down, you coming out. No, I ain't coming out today.
Fuck that.
And natural reflex.
That's what they tell all big men now, especially when they get rebounds. Don't bring the ball down. Keep the ball. Yeah. Do you still teach that when you coaching big men?
Got to.
Yeah.
Got to. I got quite a few drills actually for them to keep that ball above their heads. Just automatically you catch that rebound, you right there, offensive rebound, instead of bringing it down to go back up. You already there. You 6'11", 7 feet, 7'1". Go ahead and drop that bitch in there.
Last time you was on the show, you talked about how Joe Klein punked you. That was a viral clip. Anybody else besides Joe Klein punked you while he was playing the league?
No, cause not that I can remember that punked me like he did, dog, on everything.
Why don't you share the story with some people that might not have heard it?
All right. So here I am. I'm a rookie, and Joe Klein went to the University of Arkansas. That's my guy. Ended up being my teammate later on in my career, but so here it is. I'm a rookie. He's playing for Phoenix. So we're out in Phoenix, and I'm like, all right, bet. Playing them, and it's a certain play that Jimmy Lynam ran where the big man gets the lob for the dunk. So the first time I went up, boom, I caught it, I dunked it, and y'all, what? Y'all don't want it tonight. So Joe Klein looked at me, he said, hey, you do that shit again, I'm gonna fuck you up. Man, whatever, old ass dude, man, get out of here with that shit. Whatever, you ain't ready for this. So boom, 2 plays later, SOS, which stands for same old shit. We was like, SOS. I'm like, bet. Here I take off. It was like air missile defense. Next thing I know, I'm like this. I'm like, damn, and he's standing over me like this. I told you I was gonna knock your ass out. You better don't try that shit no more.
That's crazy.
Oh, bro, I was like, I had a whole different respect for veterans in the league then. Went him and Terry Cummings.
Terry Cummings was strong as a motherfucker. Terry Cummings was strong as fuck.
Bro, again, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to go back down way far memory lane, but it's funny as fuck. So here I am, rookie, excuse me. Terry Cummings is on his way out, but at the time he's playing with Milwaukee, right? So boom, they like, all right, you guarding Terry Cummings tonight. I'm like, all right, cool. I know who he is. I saw him play on TV with Sidney Moncrief and all that. I'm like, all right, because they was big rivals with the Sixers, Dr. J, Andrew Toney, all of that, right? I'm like, all right, bet. That's when I knew the difference between weight room strength and grown man with kids strength. Okay, let me tell y'all, it's a big difference. Don't let that weight room strength pump y'all up to think y'all cock diesel and this and that. Y'all deal with an old man who been through some shit, who got like 4 kids and about 8 grandkids, and who be out
4
there
baby
working,
mamas. Yeah.
rustic ass hands. Hey, let me tell you, I'm trying to back this man down. First of all, he gets the ball in the post. Hot knife going through butter. Laying me up left and right. Damn. I get the ball in the post, it's like this. The same way this couch
ain't going nowhere.
This is me trying to dance. And then, man, I passed the ball out. I'm frustrated.
Repost.
Hey, repost what? Fuck, what? Repost? Man, you crazy. I'm posting out there at the 3-point line. Terry Cummings was strong as shit, and that's when I knew the difference between grown man strength and weight room strength. Strong dude, man. I'm telling you, them NBA veterans, man.
For real.
Shout out to Reggie Miller, man. He's the reason why we have this new segment called Fact or Fiction. I think he started it because his sister came on the show and he had a lot to say that was fact or fiction. We're gonna start with you. You was fact or fiction. You was ejected from the McDonald's.
Fact.
How the fuck you get kicked out of an All-Star game?
The McDonald's all over. How you? Please, I didn't even do that.
Fact.
How did that happen, bro?
Like, no, so, cause man, I could deal with playing hard. If you busting my ass, I could deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, don't come at me with all the elbows and dirty shit, though. You ain't got to do that. If I'm busting your ass, don't come at me with that bullshit, dog. Just take
you with it.
The big boy, Darnell Robinson, the big fella from Chicago. You know, we ended up being friends in the long run, but it was like, yeah, you know, he shot the elbow. I ain't appreciate that shit, man. So, you know, I gave him that elbow back, and yeah, they gave me the tech, man, and kicked me out of that motherfucker.
After one tech?
1 or 2. I didn't care. I didn't want to be there.
I didn't want to be there.
No, to be honest, I didn't want to be there. Like, y'all already know, I'm not an all-star game type of dude. I don't give a fuck about an all-star game.
Yeah.
McDonald's, this and that. So they like, oh, yeah, you top player in the country. You got to be there. I'm like, oh, man, fuck.
Yeah.
So I was half-hearted with all the shit there.
That's another record you probably have that probably won't be broken. The only person to get kicked out of McDonald's All-American game.
Great.
Fact.
With Ronald McDonald was there too.
Yeah, and you just came from the children's hospital the day before.
Crazy.
No bullshit.
I know. I was there too.
Yes.
One of your first scrimmage games at UNC, you dunked on senior big man Eric Montross and said, "Your job is mine." Fact or fiction?
Those words, no. It wasn't those exact words.
Can we hear the words?
But, no, it was something like that. I can't remember verbatim. It probably was something like, this my shit now, or, you know, something like that.
You let him know you was here. How'd that go?
My presence is felt. My presence is felt. But him and Coach Smith taught me a lesson. So playing against Eric Montross, that's my guy. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, in practice for the first, month or so, he's busting my ass. I'm like, shit. Because I'm still struck like, oh, shit, I just watched him a couple months ago
win a
championship. Mm-hmm. So here I am practicing and playing against this dude. So I'm like, all right, bet. So first month, he busting my ass. Then I'm like, bam, bet. I got his game. Here I am. We in practice. Boom. he goes for his jump hook. So with his jump hook, he always liked to just put the elbow out first and then go up with the right hand hook. I got you. I got it. I got it. Take the elbow. I step back and I'm jumping straight up. Block that shit, right? Boom, we start to break. Block that shit to Stak. Stak, we out. Let's go, we out. Boom. They come back down. Next time, he clears me the fuck out. Smacks me all in my face. I'm talking about he hit me like this. Jump. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, okay, it's an accident. You could take that. You know, the first time it's an accident. But when he came back down and did it again, same thing. Jump. Oh, no, dog. We got to fight right there. I'm like, man, the fuck out of here. They're like, dog, you going to cut that shit out. Coach Smith, oh, no, we don't do that. We don't say that here. Oh, give him a vest. So anytime you had to, you know, you were getting disciplined by any of the coaches, you had to wear a weighted vest. Yo, run them laps.
Just run. That's it.
I had to run till Coach Smith told me to stop.
Oh, fuck.
So I ran for about maybe like 10 minutes. But it was a learning lesson. You know, like shit. I can't fuck with the All-American senior.
Facts.
Fact or fiction? You actually like NBA ref Joey Crawford.
That's my guy.
You fuck with him.
That's my guy.
Joey is cool. I like
he's
Joey
from that Philadelphia area.
Yeah.
You know, we had our differences back in the day, but hey, like everything else, you know, we all got a. I guarantee you, if I ask y'all right now, how many in here don't like y'all coworkers?
They don't want to raise their hand.
Yeah, they don't want to raise. Some of their coworkers might be here. Yeah, but hey, it was we was at work, but off of the court, no, Joey a good dude, Philadelphia area dude. You know, he does a lot of good charity work. So no, I fucks with Joey Crawford.
That's dope. Quick hitters, first thing to come to mind, let us know. First team all dark alley, U+4 going down a dark alley. Who you taking?
Taking myself. I'm taking Ben Wallace. I'm taking Darvin Ham.
Strong.
I'm taking Isaiah J.R. Ryder.
Easy Rider.
Easy Rider. And at my point, like a dark alley situation, I'm going to have to go with Strict Dime. Rod
Strickland?
Strickland Dime.
I ain't mad at that.
Aggressive big point guard.
Favorite spots to eat at during your time here in Detroit?
Oh, wow. We were up there in that whole little Birmingham area then. So it was a couple steak joints. It was shit at, what's that hotel up there where y'all used to stay at?
What was that? I was just asking you that night. What was that shit called?
Yeah, the
Townsend, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
the Townsend. It was dying. They had some good
that
burgers
was in the middle
though.
of, no, I couldn't get no hoes to come
Get some
out.
burgers though.
But no, you know, sitting up there, the Townsend. Then I would come down here. I think at the time, Derek Coleman had a restaurant, Sweet Georgia Brown's, that was open downtown.
Shout out DC. Detroit
There
legend.
was one more. See, that's why I don't hang out with certain friends right there, because I heard what he said over there. No, that was not my favorite restaurant.
The strip club wings?
No, that's not. No.
Them was Jack's favorite.
I can't eat in that atmosphere. No.
Yeah.
Can't eat.
I can use 6 piece from Magic City right now.
Right now.
Oh, shit.
Security, get this guy out of here.
Your favorite Detroit memory as a Piston?
Wow, it's so many. On or off the court?
Tell us. One of each.
On the court or dealing with basketball, I would say the parade.
Y'all was cracking?
It was over 2 million people that showed us love.
Damn, really? That's dope.
It was people hanging out of office buildings, hanging off of parking
You guys came
decks.
downtown for that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were Jefferson Avenue, came down there, and man, that was that's what you wish for.
Mm-hmm.
That's nostalgic. That's what you wish for. You know, when we're little kids and you on a court and you know you like, oh, 3, 2, and this is for the championship, and they passed the ball to so and so, and what you talking, that's about 5 seconds right there, and then you like 1, and you put the shot up, and if you miss it, oh, he gets fouled, they gotta do it again, and da-da-da-da-da. And but if you hit it, you like, they win a championship.
That's what that felt like.
I thought it was a great feeling when winning 3 city titles when I was in high school. That parade,
Nothing like it.
To see them out there, hanging out there, showing us love, giving us love. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm telling you, that was it. You know, and you know, they had us in some fly ass whips because it is the city of Detroit. So it's like, you know, they had us in Corvettes and all that shit. So, you know, we just waving real
presidential type.
You know, but it was lovely, man. You know, I got that film somewhere on an old school. Y'all remember the old school VHS
camcorders?
Yeah. I got that somewhere, but man, it was exhilarating.
That's dope.
It was exhilarating. I can't lie. You know, and then going up there on the stage and then just seeing that massive crowd, you know, Pistons jerseys. Oh, we love y'all. It's like it brings you to tears, bro.
That's dope. I love it.
With the Pistons in the playoffs right now and everything they got going on, what message would you send to the Pistons and the Pistons fans right now?
Stay with them. Stay with them. Y'all been with them for this long. Stay with them. The young fellas, they getting it together. They back in the fight. Stay with them. Believe in them. Once they believe in themselves to be able to like, look, this one threshold that we faced this year, win or lose, our goal is to get to that next threshold. So now, okay, playoffs is nothing now. We made the playoffs last couple of years. So now we got to get out this first round. That's our goal, get out of first round. So guys just got to keep fighting. It's going to be a bitch. It's going to scrap. You know, you're going to feel like the rest is against you, everything. But, hey, you got to go out there and do it no matter what. And you got the city behind you now. Man. You know what I'm saying? It's been so long since the fans felt this feeling. Like, dog, you gotta eat that energy up. Yep. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the building, I know it's gonna be crazy tomorrow. You know, y'all know Mason's gonna come with the whole Detroit basketball, everything, the fireworks, smoke, all that shit. The atmosphere is gonna be there. They just gotta thrive off of it.
And She, man, we want to thank you. I appreciate you, bro. We love you. Thank you for what you've done to the game, for the city of Detroit, and spending some time with us, man. Give it up for Rasheed Wallace.
Man, appreciate y'all. Love you all, man. I love you all.
Again, thank you to StockX for having us out. It's been a joy. We can't wait to come back. Thank you guys for coming out. We'll be around a little bit for a meet and greet, and then we got to dip off and smoke a little bit. But, man, enjoy yourself. Thank you, guys. And have a good one.
Oh, that was the Chappelle shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the Chappelle.
Yeah,
and it was a pleasure for me to have the great Charlie Murphy, rest in peace, say my name.
Come on, goddammit.
Tommy Johns have changed the game. Their underwear are the most comfortable I've ever worn. They're silky soft, breathable, and lightweight. If you don't believe me, check the waistband. Ever since Tommy John has been sending me products, it's all I've been wearing. They're the true MVP in the underwear game. What are some of the problems that other underwear brands give you that Tommy John doesn't? These things let my balls breathe. And that's the most important thing. They hold them nice and tight, but they can also breathe. So get you some. Double down with comfort on Tommy John and get 25% off your first order right now at TommyJohn.com/smoke with the promo code SMOKE. Save 25% at TommyJohn.com/smoke. I'll see you there. The NBA playoffs are in full swing. Stak, what's one word to describe playoff basketball?
Intense.
Right now, you can get in on all the playoff action with my partners at DraftKings Pick 6. It's a fresh and exciting way to play daily fantasy sports.
All new customers who play just $5 will get $50 in Pick 6 credits to keep you in the game.
So download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now. Sign up using code SMOKE and claim your offer.
Getting started is simple. Just download the DraftKings Pick 6 app and sign up with code SMOKE. Pick at least 2 players and choosers that have more or less of a stat.
Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now. Sign up using code SMOKE. Only at DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours.